So a few weeks ago, a guy told me he had a van he wanted to get rid of. Said it was like a 81, 82 Dodge van, an old hippie van, had a bunch of crap spray painted all over the side. I finally went over to go get it the other day. Super excited when I got there because it was a free van. That's awesome. I get there, I can see it from a little ways away, about a block away or so, maybe not even quite that far. And ooh, it's a shorty. It's a shorty van. Then I get a little closer, I can see the taillights. It's not 80s, it's 70s. And I get a little closer yet, and it's a Plymouth. It's a Plymouth Shorty Voyager. Awesome. That is the van I was going to get. So this van, got it for free. He just didn't want it anymore. It's a Plymouth. It's a 77, a really late 77, built in September of 77. So I don't know when they changed model years, but it had to be really close to the end. So, but it's a 77, 3/4 ton Plymouth Voyager. Awesome. You know, just like my 75 I got, you know, a couple months ago. Only a heck of a lot cheaper and a whole lot closer. I drove it home about 19 miles. And considering it's got mismatched tires in the front and one brake was kind of sticky, it actually drove pretty decent considering. 318, and this is the cheapest van. They optioned stuff out. Because it's a 3/4 ton, but it has, I'll show you underneath here. It has two things that I've never, well, I shouldn't say I've never seen before, but it's got the 8 3/8 rear end and the steel gas tank. I've never seen a steel gas tank in one of these B vans ever. It's always been the plastic one. So they optioned down the axle because it should have been a 9 1/4. I'm gonna guess they just didn't check the box for the plastic tank, which is the bigger tank, which is bizarre to me. And it's really baseline. And let me get in here, I'll show you inside. It's actually in pretty nice shape, very, very little rust. Interior is a little dirty, but not bad. I mean, it's obviously kind of a customized, you know, a little bit of a hippie van. But the back seat looks like it flips down into a bed and it matches the fronts, and they're actually in pretty decent shape. But as I was getting ready to drive it over here, check the water and the antifreeze and stuff, and the guy I was getting it from said I was looking for the dipstick for the transmission. Couldn't find it, and I said, oh yeah, it's underneath the doghouse. They just have a little sensor in there with a warning light telling you when if it gets too hot or something. And I'm driving home, and I'm almost home, and I'm just not seeing it, and it's actually, it would be buried right underneath there. And I kept thinking, where's that light at? Something just doesn't look right. And then it dawned on me, sorry for the reflection, that's a steel dash. This thing doesn't even have the dash pad on. I didn't know that was even possible anymore. I've seen the brochures and option things saying, you know, oh, this package gets the dash pad standard and blah, blah, blah. But in '67, the federal government required all pickups to have a padded dash. And I'm guessing cars were probably the same time or maybe even sooner. How vans were able to get away with not having a padded dash for another 10 years, I don't know. It's, to me, just weird. But anyway, like I said, it's, you know, needs a good cleaning, but otherwise it'd be fine. And make a decent driver, you know. Set of tires and a long Saturday afternoon and, you know, doing some tune-up stuff to it, but so this is the worst of the rust. You know, it's not that bad. Right there, and then up the wheel well a little bit, and even inside the wheel wells are pretty clean, really. A little bit of seam rot right there, but I mean, yeah, it's a 77 with, I'm gonna guess, just a little over 100,000 on it, like 104, I think. And yeah, there's just a little bit of rust on the other side. You know, just right there. That's about it. A little bit of damage on the quarter panel on the other side, and one little dent up here. You know, and that's about all I can see for that. You know, power steering, that's it, automatic. That's kind of where the options stop. But it does have the big back door, which I don't know if that was a cost option or not, or if it was just optional. You could get either one, but it's pretty stinking awesome for especially for what I paid for it. And I don't know if I'd be able to take all that nasty spray paint off and buff it back to the original color, which, you know, you can kind of see there. It's a nice color. It's a nice blue. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I was mentally prepared for a rusty, beat up 80-something van. I would strip some parts out of it and throw the Hulk away. I can't throw this away, that's for darn sure. And no, I didn't get a title with it, but I can make a title for it. It's not that tough in Minnesota if you know how to do the process right. So, I mean, it's just an awesome van. Especially when you consider the price, consider how much, yeah. It's almost as clean as the other one. The other one's got some floor, the yellow one in the background there. It's got some rust in the floor where the window was open for many years. But that one's got some more dents in it. This one has fewer dents, but a little more rust on the quarter panels. You know, 318, that one's a 360, but... So now, I gotta decide which one do I fix first. But like I say, this one I could turn into a driver, although it's just so ugly. I mean, I have a hard time driving around in that a lot, but I don't know, we'll see. Like, yeah, some days I just wonder what I did to be so blessed, you know, just because, to me, this is an awesome find. I'm sure to all kinds of people this is an ugly pile of crap, which is maybe why he wanted to get rid of it. You know, I think he took it in on trade on something and never got a title with it and didn't care because he knew he'd probably never sell it anyway. Or I don't know, whatever. I never got that deep into the details on that part of it, so. But there it is. My sweet new van.